Hey there, all my fellow lawn care nuts. Just wanted to do a little video today. Hopefully the light's better that way. We'll do a little video today covering, yesterday I got out here, did a little bit of stuff to prepare. Today's like March 7th or 8th. Just to get the lawn ready. I ain't really do a ton, but saw some weeds popping up. Oh, spitting all over the place. So I wanted to show you a few areas, some things I noticed. I figured if the weeds can start growing when it's cold like this, and I can start spraying a little bit. So I'll show you just some areas on how things are looking. I still haven't put any product down, and then I'll show you what I've been using just as far as for weed control so far. All right, so stay tuned. So rule number one, don't let your dogs pee in your grass. And so Knucklehead over here likes to come fresh out of the house, hit off this spot. And I just planted some nice athletic turf grass from like football fields or whatever last year, and it turned out really, really good. But for the most part, it's not horrible over here, but my standards, I guess what I want to see is totally different. So let's walk it on down. So I can definitely see there are some areas where there's been a good bit of growth already. So I see some clumps popping up here and there. So like all of this here is growing. That's about a good 2 to 4 inches higher than everything else over here. And I can definitely tell just by looking at it, that's some of that new seed. There is a bunch of weeds creeping in a few areas. Not really, nope, not really over here, so it's not too bad. But over here by my mailbox, there's a ton of weeds coming through the mulch. So I came out with some Roundup yesterday and sprayed that. So we'll see. It was just yesterday. I don't know how well it's going to kill off everything when it's still so cool. And then like looking out here in the lawn, let me put my little monopod up. I can see some patchy areas that are already coming in pretty good. Sorry, I gotta wind this thing up. So some of these patches are some of the new grass. That there is pretty good. So walking on down here, you can see little patches, new grass. I had a couple of areas like right around here where I was standing. Actually, I can see one of them right now. Last year when we got that big snowstorm, there was a snowman laid here. The grass seemed to me like it took forever to recover. I think it got some kind of bacteria in there. So definitely just didn't like it. Ain't nothing big about it. So over here, you can see I have done nothing. Just got some weeds. So yesterday I just sprayed along the border. It's Roundup, so I don't want to go killing my grass, but I did spray some of the area a little bit. Last year, this whole sidewalk patch was horrible. So I learned how to use my edger. You can see it's still pretty straight. I hadn't had to come around and do anything. Lines are pretty tight. So that's still pretty decent there. Little patch. So I'm interested in seeing, because some of these areas are definitely fertilized, and I want to see how it comes in next year. You can still see some of the lines from where a mower hits through here and stripes it. Here comes a school bus, so I'm sure you'll get a little noise. Alright, let's see. I guess that's it for the most back here. So I did a little bit of spraying of these weeds. I guess this gives a better, more detailed before picture. It's funny, I know the grass is high because I can see when the wind blows. grew a little bit. Last year, the last cut of the season, I think I cut it to about 3 inches high. Usually I keep it around 4. So I didn't take a ton off. Here on the mulch bed. And so, interesting. I really want to see how this. Got my old main yard. I got a little bald spot. After I did everything all last year, for some reason this bad boy never seemed to come in. And what I find funny is I did a blog video last year, beware of the weeds, because we all got weeds in our life, things that you can't see from a distance, but when you get up close you can surely see them. It's funny because I can see some right in through here. That's not grass, that's definitely a weed. But that patch you can't even see really from down here unless you know what to look for. But up close you can definitely see it. So everybody's yard is going to be like that. We're going to have some areas that if people are walking them, they're going to notice some stuff, but from a distance you won't really notice much. Alright, so let's go to products. So last year, let's see here. This bad boy to brighten up. So just got some basic Roundup for those weeds in those main spots. But last year I picked up some of this Momentum. This stuff, it worked pretty decent. I think I might have picked it up a little too late. But put that in my spreader, and actually what I did for weed control was only spot spray. Did not do like the whole weed and feed. It's funny, I still got this bag of Scott's back here I never used. I was going to, and I said, you know what, let me find a different route, and that's when I did a whole bunch of research. So other stuff I got up here. If you're gonna do good with your weed control, you need a surfactant. And as I learned it, all the surfactant does, it helps the stickiness of the weed control. So you want stuff that's going to stick to your blades of grass. So these are just 2 that I picked up last year. Just ordered them off of Amazon. And actually, I think this one was the only one I used. I never used the methylated seed oil. But just follow the directions. You put some into your container, your sprayer, when you put your weed control in there, and it works pretty good. Oh, so going back to this Momentum, what was crazy is I think I might have spent, I know it was over $100 for this container, over 100, and I can definitely say I overused it. I did not need to use as much as I did, but I don't think I have the instructions on here. I have it saved on my computer, but I'm pretty sure 1 ounce, get back here Rex, 1 ounce of this Momentum. Rex sees another dog he thinks he wants to go play with. 1 ounce of the Momentum mixed in with like 1 to 1.5 gallons of water is all you need. So this bad boy is a gallon, so this should last me a few years. My yard is about 11,000 square feet, and I didn't spray the whole yard. I only sprayed where the weeds were, so no need in doing any more than that. All right, that's it pretty much for a little quick update. In my next video, I'll give you an idea on some of the tools I have and a comparison with some spreaders.